retro movie review, and I watched An American Tale, 1986. Now, Ashraf recommended something else, and as I was searching for that, this one came up, and I was like, "Oh my God, I haven't seen this movie in forever." And it was short and sweet, about an hour and 20 minutes. I was like, "Let me watch this." I have not seen it since I was a kid. I'm not joking. I just remember Fievel, the little mouse. Right? But this is a deep story. This is a story of immigration, like that immigration coming to the United States, the land of the free, the land of the American dream, where you can say what you want. And in their case, there's no cats in America. That's what they thought. Right? They're mice, and they live in Russia, and they want to relocate from Russia to America because there's this story that America is the land of the free. There is no cats in America. So they migrate over to America, and it's just this immigrant story. And then as they're migrating over, the young mouse, Fievel, gets lost. So not only have they immigrated to a new country, now he's lost in America. And he's trying to find his family and everything. And as they're migrating, you just see the evils of even with the immigrants, the mice. There's classism within them. These immigrants come over and they're all mice, but there's or rats or whatever, and there's classism within that. And there's rich mice, with their privilege, and then you got the poor ones who are hustling. Then you got the cats who are the gangsters, and there's this story of the cats are the bad guys, and we've always been attacked by cats, and we're gonna go to America where there is no cats, but there is cats there. But then they meet a nice cat, the tiger, who played Tiger, they call him, who's a nice cat. So it's kind of like finding relatability. I mean, they have a song where they what was the song between those two? Oh my God, I can't completely blank, but it was a song between Fievel and Tiger where they're relating to each other. And there's, you know what I mean? So there's so much to this cartoon. It's unbelievable. And some of the the music, which is very catching as well. And the animation,
Great film.
so
Good animation,
great.
yeah.
Like 1986, the animation so great. This is what the whole point about animation is, like, still storytelling. This whole story of an immigrant. I used to watch this as a kid, and you just think it's a cartoon, right? But no, this is a story of immigration. It's so deep. And when you see Fievel's face and the emotions that he's in, when he can't find his family and he wants to cry, it gets you emotional, man. And there's stories of hope when they first see each other again, when the father and Fievel hug each other. The father's got a beard like an immigrant father, like I don't know what you want to call it, but and they hug each other and the love there. And when they thought that they lost him, but his sister felt that he was alive. There's so much behind this movie that you're just like, wow, this is amazing. But it only when I first started watching it yesterday, I was like, oh my God, this is a movie of immigration. I had no idea as a child that this was a movie on immigration and what my parents went through when they immigrated into the UK and whatnot. It's absolutely fantastic rewatching these old school movies and just having a whole different perspective, and it just gives you a whole different perspective on these movies and love for these movies, man, because you grew up with this shit without really knowing. But beautiful, bro. Like, it's such a great movie, man. Fife was amazing. I love him.
No, great cartoon. It's something I need to rewatch again. It's something I haven't watched in a while as well. But I remember the animation being like amazing, like beautiful. These were hand sketch drawn, type of animation. It wasn't digital or anything like that at the time. So absolutely amazing. Yeah, no, definitely. I'll catch that again, man. I can't remember most of it. All I remember is Fievel, and the soundtrack was good as well.
Yeah.
And I remember the dad, but I need to watch it again. I remember the friendly cat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because we haven't seen it in so long, and because it just popped up, I was like, you know what, let me just watch it. And it just brings back so much memories. But like I said, as an adult, when you get a fresh take, you just take so much away from it. You're like, wow, I thought it was just a cartoon. No, man, these are stories, man. These are stories. It doesn't matter in what format the story is. A story is a story.
Exactly.
And with animation, they don't have to be human. They could be mice, they could be animals, or whatever it is, but you're still telling a story which is relatable to humans, which is who is us. And especially as immigrants, and then, America's a land of immigrants. And of course, there were people there before, of course, and we know what happened there, which is a whole different thing. But America is a land of immigrants, and they're going for an immigrant thing now. You know, there's a whole story about America being the land of the free, America being the land of the American dream or whatnot. Now, there's a whole lot of political shit that's going on now where they're trying to cut the immigrations and whatnot, and maybe they should be careful of who they bring in and out of the country. But that's what America's been founded on. The America we know of today. Of course, there was a past to it. And this cartoon expresses that daily. But like I said, we're immigrants today. Well, we were born and raised in the UK. I feel as British as anyone, to be honest, because I was born and raised there. But my father was an immigrant in the UK, going there as a kid. So I can only imagine, you know, what he went through and everything. And this story is just relatable to immigrants. It's just it's a beautiful. Maybe that's why Dad enjoyed it when he was. You know, we saw it as a cartoon. Dad probably watched it with us and understood that it's an immigrant story. I could relate to this. I'm an immigrant. Like, let me watch it. You know what I mean? So it's so amazing to kind of revisit some of the movies as that we watch as kids, and just I have more of a connection to it than I have than ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Ah, awesome. I'll have to check it out, but I'm gonna get some time. I'm off, so I'm gonna just sit down and catch up on a lot of shows and watch stuff.
Definitely. I think it won an award. I'm just checking IMDb and it says 6 Oscars. Is that true? Maybe not.
Wow.
1987 nominee. I think it was a nominee to certain awards out there. I don't know if it's Oscar specific. Oh wait, it's saying here science fiction, horror. Yeah, well, definitely Golden Globes, BMI Film and TV Awards, Grammy Awards. I feel there's a lot of nominations and stuff like that. So freaking
Okay,
amazing.
cool.
Young artist, yeah, wicked. Listen, man, fantastic movie. Guys, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Especially if you're from the 80s, 1986. If you're from the 80s and maybe you've seen it before, if you haven't seen it in a long time, rewatch it.
Check
You'll
it
build
out,
a whole different
definitely.
connection with the movie and the characters. And if you've never seen it and you want to go watch a retro movie, I would say go check this one out. Check it out. And especially if you're an immigrant, even if you're not an immigrant, it still tells your story. But if you are, there's a relatability to it. So check that out. Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, check the description for the full podcast episode. And while you're at it, show some love and click that subscribe and like button.